Alright, you weird bastards, here are my final thoughts on DioField Chronicle. Review key was provided by Square Enix. That doesn't, however, have any influence on my opinion. Usually reviews are more detailed and longer, but I have no time due to too many games to cover, so bear with me. Remember that every review is subjective, even though I am trying to be as objective as possible.
It is time. How was that?
Let's start with story and characters, good enough to keep you interested so that cutscenes won't be skipped. It tells the story of three warring nations trying to up one another. Story becomes more interesting over time, but last part is a bit rushed. It takes inspiration from Game of Thrones quite a bit as well. I mean, one successor to the throne backed up by northern lords is called Staris. Stanis, anyone? One nation is called Poland. Poland, anyone? Valakuen name similar to Harlequin with obvious character similarities. At least attempt to disguise it by using better names. Nevertheless, story is good if you gloss over that because of characters as well. They are quite interesting and different. I like how political ideologies affect relationships over time. Also, most of them have hidden interests that clash with others and is nicely intertwined all together. However, game doesn't go deep enough to make player emotionally attached to characters or story. You'll care a bit, but not much. Story is told through dialogues and cutscenes, but lots of dialogues that take place in HQ are mediocre and not really deep or engaging. Some are good enough due to being connected to important bits and pieces from the past or current ideologies and what drives party members to fight. I think whole concept of HQ is pointless because players can buy stuff, edit units, develop new weapons and everything else before each mission. HQ just wastes time. Dialogue could be initiated through menus or something like that. HQ wasn't needed for that. Game offers main story and side missions, of which some unlock new characters. Missions are very unimaginative, with enemies placed and afterwards spawned again until all cleared. Only diverse mission was when escorting carriage. It is too one-dimensional. Enemy variety isn't great as well. Combat is big selling point for DioField Chronicle. It is quite interesting and I like it. Definitely helps offsetting lackluster mission design. 4 classes with couple subclasses each that have enough skill variety for people that love builds to go crazy with party combinations. So playing with different party setups is big plus, but unfortunately individual character progression is quite shallow. Equip weapon, 2 accessories, wait for enough points accumulated to unlock couple higher tier skills, and that is it. I like though that weapons come with different skills attached. As a unit, there are general upgrades, such as more items in shops, better weapons developed, better summons, more skill upgrades and so on, but it is very shallow and basic system that doesn't offer almost any wiggle room and is strictly tied to story progression. Next to 4 main soldiers, there are also 4 in reserve that can switch places with active ones or just offer support by allowing use of their skills. Controlling all of characters is well done with keyboard and mouse, but I have no clue how it is with gamepads. Didn't have any major problems. Takes a bit getting used to, but once you have plenty tactical options become available. Combat is positive and interesting approach with lots of potential that could be realized in sequels. There is one huge issue, however, difficulty. Game is far too easy. I've strolled through it on hard. NG Plus is unlocked after game has been beaten but haven't checked it out. Honestly, one playthrough is more than enough of same thing over and over again. I think average time to beat the game would be about 30 hours with many side missions done. Times can vary a lot due to adjustable battle speed, which is a good feature. Graphically, DioField Chronicle looks decent for what type of a game it is, but nothing spectacular. Map design, same as mission design, is lackluster and appealing. Audio work is good with well done voiceovers. There's big annoyance though with units repeating same things over and over again each time one dies. Game also has few minor bugs that don't ruin the experience, with one very annoying bug that crashes game on Steam frequently. Some added options in game would be nice, like mass and equip for example, or option to restart mission during one without the need to return to base first. DioField Chronicle is an average game that tells familiar but well enough told story with interesting characters and hooks players with well thought out tactical combat that allows many party combinations, which offsets lackluster map, enemy and mission variety. Unfortunately, game being too easy with lack of better character and unit progression systems pulls it down to mediocrity. DioField for me is an average game that stands out with unique combat but falls down in many other things, so firm 5 with some potential to grow to 6 if difficulty and balancing improves drastically is realistic score. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more stuff. Check out the description for Patreon and subscribe star links if you'd like to help the channel further. See you soon.